And back at Ironrath,
Curse this bloody leg!
Roderick's
It's
trying
not
to
your
get back
leg
into
that's the
form.
problem, Roderick. You've got to be practical.
You want to take Griff down next time? You want to stop lying in the mud and letting people walk all over you?
You're speaking to your lord, Sir Royland.
He can fight his own battles.
You know why he had to stay down.
Even so, it set a precedent.
Is all this talking supposed to help?
You can't just fight through the pain. You need to try something different. You can't handle a sword like you used to. So find another advantage. Surprise your opponent. Do something unexpected.
Like
Yeah.
what?
Like placing
I'll
a traitor
show you.
into their midst. Still think Royland is
Come at me.
the one who's informing the White Hills right now. Before we start, yeah. Oh shit.
Bring your opponent down to your level. When I attack you, drop down, avoid my blade, and swing at the back of my knees.
All
Wait
right
for
then.
me to attack.
Fuck.
Roderick!
Not
Let's
the
try
man
it
he used
again.
to be.
Ha! Now that's how you do it.
I think you let me. Oh!
Ouch.
My lord, sorry to interrupt.
Elena.
She insisted on seeing you immediately.
Lady Elena, I hear we're to become sisters.
Talia,
What?
Roderick, can I speak with you? Privately.
Sincerely
You
hope
remember my
all
little
that
brother?
work has not been...
Quiver! Good gods, you've grown.
You could just call me Arthur now.
I hope you don't mind us coming unannounced. But something's happened. I didn't know what else to do. Maybe this was a bad idea.
You're always welcome here. We're to be married. You'll be calling Ironrath home soon.
Yes, well, that's why I came, actually.
Oh, come on, Elena.
Lord Whitehill paid my father a visit at Rillwater Crossing. He told my father Griff had subdued you, and
And that my sister would make a fine reward.
What?
as if I'm some token to be handed around.
You mean?
He demanded I end our betrothal and marry his son, Griff, instead.
What?
Lud threatened my family. Told my father if he refused, would be slaughtered along with you.
Father acted a damn coward.
He agreed, Roderick.
What?
I am to marry Griff Whitehill. That arrogant, pig-eyed prick!
I still can't believe Father agreed to it.
Griff sits in my great hall and acts like the king of bloody Westeros. You can't marry him.
Do you think I want to marry that disgusting pig? But my father won't listen. I'm not gonna be the bone they throw that howling dog. I'm not gonna be some prize for him to rip open. We have to get rid of him. I can't think of any other way. My father won't see reason. Lord Whitehill's made up his mind.
Talk like it's as simple as walking up to him and putting a knife in his heart. He's protected by a garrison of his own soldiers.
We have a way around that.
Alright, now we're talking.
You brought your men.
I command Father's elite guard. These men are trained archers, swordsmen, experts in both ranged and close combat. They're yours, if you'll help us take down Griff.
The whole guard?
20 men. My father still thinks they're aboard a ship bound for the Reach. What do you have to lose, Roderick? Griff has been a nightmare for you and your house.
You can't have any reason to keep him around.
I do
This
though.
could help both of us.
The Whitehills still have my little brother. If I hurt Griff,
There's no telling what they'll do to Ryan.
I understand your worry, Roderick. I don't want Ryan hurt any more than you do. I know this might sound mad, but it's the only way. Get rid of Griff, and you'll be free to use the guard however you like. You can finally take control of your house again. Please, promise me you'll do this.
Before we maybe make a decision, I don't know yet. The thing is, our whole tactic up to now was to, the idea of, keeping Griff unprepared, making him think he's the powerful one, he's in power, he makes all the decisions. That's supposed to make him unaware of what we're actually doing. And if we abandon all that right now, I think that goes against the plan we had. It was supposed to gather strength and then, punch with all our might at the right possible time. And, if we don't wait about that and do it at the proper time, that might be a bad move. I'm a little conflicted here, but at the same time, Elena, our submittal, we should have talked to her about that plan first and foremost before we did it, but having to submit to Griff, of course, may have sent the wrong message to Glenmore, and therefore may have convinced, or well, not really convinced, but sent the wrong message to her father, because he, of course, bought into that, as did everybody else. Well, that was the whole idea, but so what if she asked us to take action now or take action later? We'll try to convince her to do it later. If she asks us to do it now or not at all, I'm not sure what to do. The thing is, we need to realize that what would be the consequences? Maybe we'd lose Elena and her house temporarily, let's say, because we can see her, she's on our side, and her father would be too if he weren't so afraid. So maybe once we get Asher's army, we get the support from Mira, etc., if we get all that and then we are ready to strike, and we tell her, okay, now would be the time, they could stab the Whitehills in the back a little more easily because they're within their house then, and take them down this way. Or if worst comes to worst, the Glenmores, for whatever reason, stay with the Whitehills when the time comes. What's harder to... What's the bigger risk or the bigger reward within that? That's a hard question to answer. On the other hand, what if we kill Griff? What are our options then? What could happen? The Whitehills aren't stupid, at least not that stupid. They will know it would have been something orchestrated by the Foresters, and the Whitehills would not engage in open combat with us, of course. As I still think Royland is that was the role of Royland: give information to the Whitehills and provoke us into attacking first. But yeah, they wouldn't engage in open combat. They would tell the Boltons, which would tell the Crown to bring the hammer down on the Foresters once and for all. So I still think I have no other option. Even if she says to me, okay, do it now or never, I'd have to go with never. I'm sorry, Elena.
I love you, Roderick. I don't want Griff. I don't want any of this. Will you help me?
I'm sorry. I won't make that promise.
You're a bloody coward!
Arthur, would you give us a moment? I know you have to think of
Let me
your family,
explain,
but
game.
I don't have a choice here, Roderick. The thought of him touching me, calling me his own. I won't live like that.
Of course.
We don't have to murder Griff. I can use those soldiers another way.
Oh.
How? I've thought about it, and this is the only way to be sure. What else could you do to stop it?
I can protect you from Griff. You won't have to marry him if you don't want to.
How can you know that?
I'll make sure of it.
I'll hope I can do that.
All right. The guard is yours.
Thank you, Elena.
Yes.
I just hope that when the time comes, you'll do what must be done. I guess part of me still hoped that when this was over we could play hide and seek in the grove again, like we used to. Pretend we're still children. Forget all that's happened these last few years.
I love you, Elena.
I love you too.
That's very cute. Back in King's Landing. I'm very happy with the outcome of that last decision, by the way. I hope the game lets me do what I'm intent on doing. Okay,
I
Mira.
believe it's another coronation already. Our kings just get younger and younger.
Tommen's not ready. He's too soft.
Maybe that was the imp's plan.
I wonder if Marjorie Tyrell will be there today.
You mean Queen Marjorie? She was married to Joffrey.
For all of 1
She'll
hour.
marry his brother too. Not to
I wouldn't
mention
put it past
Cersei
her.
and Jaime. The Lannisters have spies everywhere.
True that. But not just the Lannisters.
What is it, Tom?
Remember that warning you'd heard from Roderick?
About Whitehill's contact. Did you find anything?
Only whispers. But your brother's right. Lord Whitehill. Lord Whitehill is sending a great deal of gold to someone here in King's Landing. He's definitely up to something. Something big. But I don't know what.
Well done, Tom. Did you hear anything else?
Lord Whitehill is surprisingly secretive. The only people I'm even certain he deals with are those ironwood merchants. They'll both be at the feast after Tommen's coronation today. Maybe you can learn something.
I can't go. She's not exactly happy with me right now. I've been uninvited.
Couldn't Sarah help? Ask her to get you in. She'd do it, right? Don't handmaidens look out for each other?
We are friends. I'm sure she'd help if I asked her.
It's a good plan, then.
She's not one to
It's nearly time.
force her will on somebody.
Just be careful,
It's
Lady
not,
Mira.
Not willfully.
King's Landing seems to have it in for you.
Yeah. That's it? Come on! Nothing else on King's Landing. I'm a little disappointed. Oh well.
Yeah, what are you doing out here? There's leftover honey cake in the kitchens.
Have to guard this one. Locked him up in the old storeroom until morning.
That the one who killed Brit? He's not going anywhere. Come on. He'll be back before anyone notices.
All right. Maybe just a quick bite. He's likely to freeze to death out here anyway.
The North Grove. Forest within a forest. That's our goal here. Nothing else matters. So just a quick word about the situation in King's Landing. So I've hinted at that last time in the last episode. Joffrey was poisoned, but he wasn't poisoned by Tyrion, even though he's been taken into custody because of that. He was actually poisoned by the Tyrells in with help from Littlefinger. Now we haven't seen Littlefinger yet in this game, but hopefully he'll make an appearance. But he has his own agenda, but apparently getting rid of Joffrey helps everybody. So yeah, Marjorie and her grandmother. Well, certainly the grandmother. I'm not sure how closely Marjorie was involved in the plan to murder him, but they put the poison in his cup and eventually murdered him. So now Tommen is the one to rule next, basically, and he's just a little boy, like 14 years old, and he's very naive too, because he's the last, he's the youngest son, basically. He was spoiled all his life and didn't know anything until just very recently. But we get bigger fish to fry for Garrett, at least. So we got some, gotta find some way to get out of here. Pick up a sack of onions.
Onions and crab apples. At least I won't starve to death.
Ugh.
If I ever find a way out of here.
I like onions. So they let me keep all the stuff, which is cool. Rusty trowel.
This might help.
Okay, pick it up then.
It might be useful.
Alright. That would be one of the best, or one of the only inventory puzzles in the last.
Oh, wood's rotten. This is
last few Telltale games. Let's have a look around first before we do anything.
Oh, I'm not getting out that way.
Okay. In that case, let's try this loose stone then.
Garrett!
Ah.
Cotter, what are you doing here? I heard him talking. You're to be executed in the morning.
What about Finn? He told them.
Nobody believes him, or don't want to. They think he's covering for you. Some are even saying he helped you do it.
I have to
That
get
is
out of
actually a
here.
possibility.
That's why I came. I want to help.
Well, you'd be executed too. Why would you want to help me?
You had my back with Finn. He would have killed me over that knife.
Ah.
I figured it was about time I returned the favor. So I'm getting you out of here. I don't want to hear any complaining. All right.
I owe you for this. If we make it out alive...
Well, now that you mention it...
What?
I want to go with you, Garrett. To the North Grove.
Well, of course
you know
do.
I can't stay here. I'm leaving Castle Black. But I'd rather not go it alone. So if you're going north, I'm coming with you.
Well, I'm not going anywhere unless I can get out of this bloody storeroom first.
I can try and pick the lock, but I'm not sure it will work. Garrett, what are you doing?
Getting out of here.
Alright. So I don't really know, because I do think we should stab Cotter in the back, just to be safe. But he's being a real friend right now. But of course he also has his own...
See it? It's coming loose.
He has his own agenda.
I'm gonna try to push it out. You pull, alright?
And I don't really know how, because he trusted me with his secret of being a wildling. I know.
I hope no one heard that.
How he thinks I just.
Hey, can you fit
forgive
through?
him for that.
I think.
Well, I don't know exactly if he's a wildling spy, but I'd better be safe than sorry. Okay, escape Castle Black. What could be easier than that? Now what? Stay underneath the car, please. Okay. He could just sneak around.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Aren't you two idiots lucky I'm not Frostfinger?
Oh shit, man.
Thought you were being sly, eh? I figured you'd try something like this. It worked, didn't it?
Finn, it's not safe to be seen with us.
Then good thing I brought this. Now, let's go.
You're not coming with us, Finn.
What are you on about? Frostfinger already thinks I'm helping you. What do you think he's gonna do when he hears you've run off with Potato Fucker over here? I'd rather take my chances with you. And I'm good in a fight. You know that.
Yeah, good at starting them anyway.
You'll need another blade to your side. 3's better than 2. Admit it.
You're not coming with us, Finn.
I'm asking
When I'm
Garrett.
inevitably gonna overwhelm
another
Potter,
ranger along
I'd
can
rather have
hurt.
somebody else on my
And he
side.
stabs you in the back.
We'll talk later. Move.
And he proved loyal to me. So yeah, all this wall storyline is really coming together nicely. I quite enjoy it so far. I'm starting slow, but now we're on the run. And they will bloody well track us down, I'm sure of it. Or at least try to.
There's no turning back now. We're deserters for sure.
Yep.
We're breaking our vows.
I've taken plenty of oaths. Broken plenty too. Words
Well,
don't
we have a
mean
good
shit.
reason for it.
There'll be a price on our heads.
My family back home is counting on me to put things right. And I mean to do it. Vows aren't going to stop me.
They know we're gone now.
Yeah.
Then
In a
how
matter of
fast
time.
can you run?
We really should have brought horses. Meanwhile, back in Ironbroth. Yeah, the small folk unfortunately had to, well, witness
Worse than I thought, isn't it?
all of this.
Roderick! There you are. Lady Forrester.
What's wrong, Mother?
It's Griff. He was arguing with the Maester and things got out of hand.
I'm coming.
What do you mean to do? This could be our chance.
He's right. We must hurry before things get violent.
I'll make sure the Maester is safe. That's what matters.
You can't be running
more
up.
than that, Roderick.
That'll be my decision, Arthur.
The rest of my men are still in the grove. They could be here in minutes.
Make sure they're ready to do some damage.
Sounds like a good time. Let's go.
And Arthur,
Sounds like the game will
listen for
take away my decision
I'll strike
from
my
me.
cane when I want you to enter.
We'll be ready.
I'm coming with you.
I don't want to kill Griff.
I don't care if it isn't safe. Griff thinks I belong to him. I need to show him I don't.
That is true.
Together then.
Onward! Yeah, those faces don't seem very trusting right now, and I don't blame them.